Welcome to Get Real with Sarah Jeffrey, realtor, real life talker, and your go-to girlfriend for the honest stuff no one else is saying out loud. This is Get Real with Sarah, where we ditch the highlight reel and talk real life, home, hustle, heartbreak, and everything in between. So grab your coffee, your wine, and let's get real.
Check your life. You go perfect.
I love that. Okay,
So,
you guys, I wanted to start this podcast off with a funny story because it has haunted me ever since it happened, and it really shows what you're working with.
stop.
So I got a ticket, okay, driving down Wash, and I back the blue. I'm such a Team Blue person, and I'm loud and proud about it. And I don't know, I've never understood how anyone thinks we don't need the police. Like, that's just, to me, that's insane.
That is insane.
Like, you can go without them, but I'll take them. You know, like, I'll take them. So anyways, I took my ticket, and I was like, it was a $200 ticket, and I was like, I would take this on the chin if I really was doing it. It was like a texting and driving, but, like, I really wasn't. Scouts honor.
Wait, that just, okay,
yes.
It's been happening.
It was a text or distracted driving month in April or something, right?
Yep.
And I was like, if I was really texting, you got to be faster than that, because I wasn't. So I wasn't going to pay the fine and my insurance go up. So I had to be a little bit of Karen. So I took my ticket, and then you had to go to the jail to pay it or possibly fight it. And so I go to the jail, and you have to like drop your stuff off with the cop, before you can go into the room to pay or fight it.
Wait, scary.
I know. So he's like, can I have your purse? So I like put my purse in there, and he's like, oh, and your watch. I was like, my watch? Okay. And I was like, what else do you want? Like, I'll strip down. Like, what do you want me to do? I'll take it all off. And he goes, oh my gosh. He goes, do you have anything on you that could be perceived as a weapon? Dead ass. I looked this cop straight in the eyes, and I said, just these. Unintentionally. I didn't think about it. I didn't plan it. I just said, just these bad boys. Looking him dead in the eyes. And he was like, and I was like, I got nothing. I'm sorry. I got no weapons. So then I go in, and there's a line, and there's me. You know, like, I'm trying to play cute with the freaking cop out front or something. I don't know what that was. And then I go to pay this ticket, and there's a guy in front of me, and then there's a girl behind me, and she's, like, talking about how she's scared she's going to have to go to jail because she didn't pay a ticket, and she was trying to get this real ID and found out that this ticket wasn't paid. And then she goes to the guy, oh, I know you. And she's like, from the hospital. And he's like, oh, were you my nurse? And she's like, do I look like a nurse? And then we had this other guy that I'm talking to because he had a DUI for being in a passenger seat or something. And, like, I'm just talking to these guys. We're, like, socializing, getting to know each other. And I get in this kick, like, I feel like such a criminal. Like, I'm here fighting a ticket. And I'm calling myself a criminal. And then as I'm leaving, I got everyone calling me a criminal. And so as I go and I get my purse back from the cop, he's like, hey, see you later, you know, being a criminal and all these things. I'm sure I'll see you later, criminal. And I was like, I sat in my car, and I was like, I need someone to diagnose me. I need a diagnostic report on what's going upstairs. Why did I do that? Just these. Like, I'm 35. I'm a mom.
I would pay to see it. I just want to see the cop's face.
Oh,
so just like what the hell?
Like this. And I'm just like, looking him dead in the eyes, Paige. So
Sarah.
That's what we're working with. And I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I do these things, but, like, wow. I don't know. I feel like that's not normal. Most people probably just go in, give their stuff, go through the metal detector, pay their ticket or fight it or whatever, and then leave.
So did you get your ticket taken off?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
Long story short. They probably were like, she's just, let this girl go. She's so uncomfortable.
That just happened, though. I won't say names.
Yes.
But that just happened.
Oh, I think I remember. Yes. Same spot.
They were in the scooters drive-through, and there was a cop behind them. And he paid for the cop's coffee, gets out of the scooters, right? Just turns left. Boom. Instant sirens. has to go into the Pizza Hut, like, across. He, like, went like this.
Oh, Pizza Hut.
It was, like, something. He was, like...
Italian Moon.
Maybe.
Okay.
It was something over there. And they were like, you were texting and driving. And he was like, no, it was not. Like, my phone is literally over there.
Right.
Like, maybe I had my sandwich in my hand.
Right.
'Cause I just got a sandwich from Scooters.
And I paid for your partners.
Yep. It's just so bad. How come they can do that, though?
I mean...
Like, they can't pull you over if you're not doing it. Like,
well,
be for real.
So, like, to get my ticket reversed, they had to watch the cameras. And, yeah, I mean, there was nothing.
That's gotta be, like...
So, I think you just take it, and then the city prosecutor was super chill and kind, and he was just like, let me watch the dash, let me just watch the cameras, and it went away. But I was like, yeah, I mean, really stressful. And now I'm, like, stripping in the front of the jail because you guys gave me a ticket, and I'm scared for my life. If I went
Sarah,
to jail,
you can't be
I would.
Scared.
I know, and this like I've been in prisons and stuff before, but I don't know. Like I just don't want to get in trouble.
Sarah.
But so that was my story because I do want to talk about. I want to dive into something. I think I'm ready. It's a touchy one. So it's like I'm a step parent.
Yep.
My kids have step parents, and I want to talk about that today. Because I'm living it. And I think I've cracked the code on it. And I think I can make it really black and white for people who are going to be, like, who are in this weird transition where if they're dating someone with kids or whatever. And I really think I cracked the code. Because I have all levels of it in my own life. So, like, I think there's 3 levels of step parents. The cool auntie, cool uncle. The one who's doing, like, kind of overstepping boundaries and is, like, missing the boundaries. Okay. And then the one who has to step up a little more. You get what I'm saying? Yep. So there's the step parent that stepped up. Yep. The step parent that overstepped. Oh. That just came to me. Okay. And then the step parent that gets to be the cool auntie.
Okay.
So in reference to me as a stepmom, I feel like I get to be a cool auntie. And it's very black and white. So I believe that I get to be a cool auntie because my stepson has a mom and he has a dad. Yep. And this is where it gets so simple. So I can't base my involvement or like what I'm going to do as this person's parent on my opinions of his mom, but on the facts of the mom. So does my stepson's mom show up on her parenting time? Yes. Does my stepson's mom feed him, clothe him, keep him safe? Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. So she's doing all of the necessities of a mother. Yep. And then my opinions of what a mother should do don't matter. So do I think, oh, well, she didn't make him do his homework. That's my opinion of what I believe a mother should do. Right. The fact is she feeds him, clothes him, houses him, shows up, does her necessities. So I get to be a cool auntie. Right. So, like, it's not my job to punish him. It's not my job to go to his doctor appointments. It's not my job to go to his parent-teacher conferences. His mom and his dad do that, because they're involved. Right. And we kind of get along that way because I'm not here to be his mom and overstep her and, make the rules and tell her what her kid needs because she can see that for herself because she's parenting him. Yep. And so, I like an auntie, you love your nieces and nephews like your own. You would take a bullet for them. You buy presents, for their birthdays. Like, you love them. Yep. You care about them. You support them. You root them on. You do all those things. But it's not my job to be like, you need to be getting straight A's in school. That's not my job. No. Because I'm just a cool auntie. I'm just here to support, love. That. Yeah, and if they ask for help, then you help. Right. You're kind of like moving with them. Right. Then you have the parent who has to step up. So, like, does the parent show up for parenting time? No. Does the parent have clothes for them? No. Okay, and if you can answer all the facts with that, not opinion, well, he has clothes, but, like, they're not cute. Doesn't matter. Right. Oh, well, he feeds him. No, he feeds him once a month. That's not enough, right? He feeds him when he has him. Okay, that's once a month. That's not enough, right? Right. So then that step parent needs to play a bigger role.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because there's something missing.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Very black and white. And then there's the one who's like, the two parents are involved. They show up. They're there. They're present. They can name their kid's favorite color, who their friends are, all these things. Mm-hmm. And then they're showing up to make decisions on that child without involving the mother. That's not going to work. That's going to cause conflict. And it's just, and that's fair to cause conflict. Like, I would expect my stepson's mom to have a conflict with me if I show up at his parent-teacher conferences and I'm like, nope, he needs to do this and he needs to be in this type of class. Like, that's overstepping, you know? I wanted to talk about that. Are you a cool auntie?
I am a cool auntie. So in Texas, I have, trying to count them all. So there's 5.
You have 5?
Down in Texas. And then my sister, she lives like closer to the metropolitan area. Mm-hmm. So she has a little boy and now a brand new little baby. And then my brother, who lives close to my hometown, has a little boy.
So you have 8 nieces and nephews to bake
I am
to
the,
buy
like,
Christmas
title
presents for.
Cool auntie.
Isn't that fun though, where you get to just like spoil them and then they get to go home?
You can go home.
Yes.
Oh, you don't throw
That'd be a
tantrums with
very
auntie. You
expensive,
can go back to your mama.
cool auntiness. I have 3, and they're all girls.
Really?
Yeah, Liam's our only boy in our family. He's
I love
carrying on the
girls,
family name. My son is.
I know. I love girls, don't get me wrong, but like there's just something about little boys that are just like, they're just crazy and they can play a little harder, you know, rougher. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, that's like, because that's like, you're a farmer.
A farm girl.
But you're also very, I feel like you do your hair every day and you just.
I try a little bit, but not.
I find I relate more on like the boy side just because I'm a little more masculine. I'd say, look at this jawline.
You have a nice jawline. It's not masculine.
This is?
No, it's not.
I could crack like nuts with this thing. I'm like a nutcracker.
Oh boy.
Said, oh boy. Okay, so with the overstepping, right? Mm-hmm. I want you to rank them worst to best scenario.
On overstepping?
Yeah.
Or like, what do you mean?
So like, would you rather have, okay, we're going to give you some examples here. So would you rather have, you know, you're married, right?
Almost. Pre-husband.
Almost. Pre-husband.
Yep.
And you were saying for the school, okay? They were going to school. And you did the parent-teacher conferences. Mm-hmm. So give me some scenarios where it's like, this would be the worst case of overstepping to like, that it can slide.
Right. Okay. So I've actually been I don't want drama. Sometimes I'll create it with other person who probably isn't listening to this, but because he hates me right now, and that's fine. But sometimes I get so like frustrated with the lack of concern that I just sometimes like poke the bear. Today, you know what? Like you are just in my mind and you're bugging me. So I'm going to poke the bear and remind you that like you're not doing your job. But I would say like, let's say a parent that is a step parent decides that your child needs a medication because they're just not focused enough in school, but they do not talk to you not one time about it. And then you get a phone call that your kid's going to be medicated. Ooh. Flip tables. Nope. Now I have to be crazy.
Well,
Dang it.
And then it makes you look bad.
Right.
That's not fair.
That's not fair. So, but I'll do it. I'm very relaxed. Like, no one can love a kid. You cannot have too many people loving a kid.
Yep, I agree.
Okay?
Yep.
And no, like, nitpicking is worth drama to me. Like, I'm not going to nitpick and be like, you know, oh, you showed up for this and it really wasn't your role. Like, whatever. But the second the boundary is crossed to that extent.
Right.
I'm going to talk about it on my podcast.
And you're going to get called out.
I don't care.
Anyways,
I do not care. I was just dumbfounded by that. And that's where I wanted to talk about it because I know there's other people in these situations. I mean, there's so many of us being step parents and not like I remember when I met Travis, I was like, I've never been a stepmom. Like, what does this look like?
Yeah.
And naturally it's really easy. It's really, really easy if you look at it in the perspective of your opinions are just that. And that's in all things in life. Nothing other than, I mean, there are things that are facts. Like even if you think about your appearance, right? Your appearance doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people think about the way you look, but like you should be hygienically clean.
Right.
You know, and that's the fact. That's like the matter of fact. But the rest is opinion, whether it's you shaved your head and you shouldn't have, or all of that's opinion. So I think as a step parent, you look at things matter of factly. Is that a right way to say something?
I think so.
As a
think
matter of
that's fine.
fact. Yeah.
Matter of factly.
Matter of factly, I don't know. And if you do that, it'll be really simple and you won't have a lot of drama in your life and it'll be enjoyable. You know, so many people you see are like, you know, they're always at war with the step parent. And it's like, okay, this can be a two-sided thing then because it's always like, well, the stepmom or the bio mom is like, well, obviously there's a disconnect here. Like, are you maybe doing too much to her? Like, have you communicated, like, you know, maybe she heard that you spanked the kid or something and now she hates you. I don't know. But you shouldn't, like, punish someone else's kid.
No.
And so, like, that, too, is, like, I don't punish my stepkid, but I expect boundaries and respect.
Discipline, in a way.
But, right, like, I'm not going to take his phone away. That's not my phone to take away, you know. But what I could do is go to my pre-husband and say, hey, you know, this happened last night. It wasn't appropriate. I don't feel personally you and your child's mother can talk about it and make a plan amongst yourselves. Yep. But it's not my job to be like, give me your phone. I just can't.
I know. No?
Yeah.
What was your best age that you have been so far?
Now, my 30s.
See, and a lot of people say that.
It is.
And
that's because you finally just like understand life a little bit.
But Sarah's 30s. Let's hear what she's got to say.
Well, here's where I feel like 30s is like, kind of like you said, Jacob. It's like, I don't know, you've kind of figured out a little more things. You're kind of, I don't even know what I want to be when I grow up yet. You know?
Okay, slay.
You know, like, but every year I'm getting closer to
knowing.
You know, like, but when I was in my 20s,
it's hard.
I was lost. I had no idea. Like, had I started real estate in my 20s, it would have not panned out.
Wait,
like, I
when did you start real estate?
3 years ago.
No way.
Yes. Yeah, I would have not in my 20s been ready for that. So the people that are, that's awesome. But, like, I was not in the headspace to, like, be that way. I don't know.
I was going to do real estate, like, right out of college.
You'd be really an amazing realtor.
I was done with all of my courses. Never took the test.
Really?
Yeah.
Paige, you would have been good. You're just very outgoing.
Here it's so hard.
There
are so many realtors here, and they're all from town,
and they're all related to everyone
in Grand Forks.
Like everyone's cousins,
but
friends,
there's just no way for
sister does real estate. Yeah.
But so 30.
Yep. In my 30s,
you have your kids, you're settled in. You can kind of get whatever you kind of want now, too, right?
And like I feel good still. Like my bones don't hurt as much. So like Travis, my pre-husband, when we first started dating, I would give him so much shit because he was always like, oh, my back. Oh, I have a headache. Like he would take ibuprofen every morning for a headache. And I'm like, but he's 8 years older than me.
He has a headache.
Because his back hurt?
No.
Or because of me?
No, ibuprofen.
Oh, they give you headaches?
No, medications. I don't believe in them anymore.
Oh, really? What? I agree.
I just don't.
Okay.
I think there's so many fruits and vegetables and water. And,
we're losing the scientist.
But the thing is God created everything in this world, right? Mm-hmm. And people
can heal us.
Exactly. There are things that you don't need to take, like.
I don't give meds.
Go on a walk and drink more water.
Right. Like,
okay, but if you're sick, take some cough medicine.
I don't believe in that.
No.
If you have a cough,
literally
like, you do not need cough medicine.
Have honey. That's all you need.
Wow.
Is a spoonful of honey makes the...
Or just let it pass. Like, let your body work.
Clearly, you've never had Buckley's before, so...
What's that?
It's not allowed in America, but you can get it in Canada. It's like the best cough syrup in the world. It's made out of like pine tar and like
Then
some
why
other
can't
weird
you get it
things.
here?
Because
it
it probably
works.
makes you high or something. Or it's probably not toxic enough.
You only need
For
because it
real?
works. You only
Probably
need.
doesn't have Red 40.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't come past.
I mean,
Fertilizer
conspiracy
and
theory.
stuff.
NyQuil. I looked this up. NyQuil pays them like a ton of money to not sell in America
See, that's weird to me.
because it works. It's better.
Yeah, so now it makes
You
me
only
wanna try
need
it.
you only need 1 teaspoon, and if you take more than 4, it like can like make your
Cough
liver
medicine
die.
for kids literally has so many artificial like stuff things in it and red dye 40 I believe, to like give it color.
Or like Violet 6. Why does it need to be colored?
Right, like it does. It
Well,
can be clear.
like children's Tylenol is good. It brings down fever. Tylenol's all good.
Yeah, if the fever is high.
Right.
But like you're not giving it just like.
But your body's also having a fever to get whatever's in your body
It's
out.
working.
It
So you're
helps
saying
your
like
body.
you don't believe in medications like epinephrine?
I don't know what that is.
That's a big word.
So if I was gonna die because I ate some
No,
eggs,
save you. Yes, save
No.
you.
You
Yes.
don't believe
Jacob,
Paige
I'm-
doesn't believe in medication.
Come on, Jacob.
No, I'm saying if you
That
have
took
a
you to
headache,
a dark place.
Yeah.
Jacob. We don't want you to die.
I'm saying if you have like a headache or something, right, and you're taking that every day, wouldn't you rather just like drink more water? Or
But
go
I
to
mean,
walk?
I think though what I was so
Yeah, where were we going with
where
this?
we were going. The reason why I said that was because I turned 34, 35.
Yep.
Damn, I got a headache every day.
Wait, really?
Yes,
Did you
I
get-
do. I'm like, I don't know. My body does. It is like it's a thing. Like my back hurts a little. You wake up like with a kink for no reason.
Yeah.
Yesterday, so for the last 2 days, Travis hasn't been able to like turn because he got a knot in his back. And I'm like, this is what they talk about, you guys. So it is real in that aspect, but like the rest of it's great.
Yeah, that's true. Do you do biofreeze?
Yes,
Yeah.
which I don't get how that works. That seems like it would
Well,
not
it's like
be
a
very
hot
good.
cold, right?
Well, I mean, it must absorb through
It's
your
just a
skin.
chemical in your skin, and then so like it's,
Getting, like,
it's
your
a timing
blood
thing.
streams
So
in your
like as it
muscles.
hits the warm in your skin, it's a chemical reaction that makes it cold.
Well, I'm not.
But
using
how does
that
it help your
anymore.
muscles? It has to like,
It's like ice.
seep
Yeah, it's
through.
like hot. I think it's like
That's icy
a
hot. You're
placebo
thinking
effect
of.
on your
It's
body
not a
that
placebo
makes it.
effect. It's 100% true. It's just, that's what it does. It's a chemical reaction, just chemistry.
100% true.
The scientist is here today with
I'd
us.
snap, but I can't.
it's just chemistry. It's just science. It's just chemical
It's
reaction.
just chemistry, Paige. So, I would like whistle and stuff. Like sometimes I want to whistle and stuff at these like things, but I can't because of my Dysport.
Same.
Because I get the lip flip.
Listen,
What's a Dysport?
Dysport,
Dysport is like Botox,
but better.
and yeah, it is better.
I
Yeah.
don't believe in that.
So
stuff.
we get it. Yeah. So we won't take ibuprofen, but we'll get.
We'll put a ton of chemicals in our lips and our forehead. Anywho, I love who gives me my
But wait,
Botox,
Paige,
so,
stop for a second.
Um,
So you don't believe in medication, but you are doing Dysport.
yes.
There's no camera on me, but I'm just shaking my head.
Yes, because, you know, you have to
Tell us-
combat it
tell us
somehow.
the-
Okay, and I just don't see that as a medication. I just see it as
I'm crying.
appearance. Like getting a new shirt, only new lips.
It just goes in your bloodstream, it paralyzes your muscles. But you know what? I'm down for it too.
Yeah, that's actually really true. I can't say I don't. I take a lot of Dysport.
So
Oh,
I
right
get
here.
so many units.
Right
Like if
here.
you went to, I would let Atlanta, if you're watching this from Engata Spa, she has full permission to tell the amount of Dysport I get injected into my face, and it is astronomical. Like I'll see those TikToks where it's
Why?
like,
Because honestly, it
just
actually does
feels
help
good.
with my
It does.
forehead.
What's wrong with your forehead?
No, like here, I squint a lot, right?
she has a lot of expression.
I
It
just
just,
do.
like-
Yeah, I have a lot, and it
don't.
hurts. Like there'll be little knots here. So
Yeah.
when I get
It
Dysport there,
hurts her.
it actually.
It relieves
helps.
the pain, like the ibuprofen relieves the pain of the headache.
I would just rather have it way more toxic in my forehead.
Yes, paralyzing muscles. But he can't roll his eyes hard enough. Ah! But okay, I get 140 some units. What do
Holy
you get?
Mother Toledo. I only get 55 up here, and I don't know what my lips are.
So you have to keep doing this?
Oh, God. I
Well-
would do it every day if she'd let me, but you don't need to. It lasts about 6 months. 4 to 6 months, depending.
See, that's just like a money scam.
No, it is
No,
not.
it's
a
not. You can
scam.
see it.
You can see the results. Look
And you
at-
can see it fading away.
Yeah.
Like, you have to.
And
Why
it's
not
so
just
sad
be
when
natural?
that happens. Not a chance. I mean, people can and they look wonderful, but
Yeah.
I've never.
Personal
I
preferences.
feel my absolute best about a month into my Dysport, and like just snatched. Ugh.
It really does.
I get
when
it
lifts up
here. I get it here. I get it here. I get it here.
Do you do
I
your
get it in my
bunnies?
chin.
Do you have
No,
it on
I
your
do my
bunnies?
nostrils, which
What? You really do get it everywhere.
oh, and it all started as a little spot. It started right here.
Yeah, sorry, Jacob. This is not for
It started
you.
right here in my 11th.
I mean, I've had a nose job.
Wait,
Because you broke it in football?
slay.
Well, I did break my face, yeah. But
Oh,
they
yeah.
they did the full Kardashian on me, so
I hate the Kardashians.
like they just
Yeah,
like they
Chris
had to
does have a new
reconstruct the
face,
whole
though.
thing,
I
so
can
it
see
was
that.
it was all crooked. My
Does it
nostrils
look
were weird.
different than like it
Oh,
did?
completely different.
You should do a before and after picture.
I have a before and after picture. My mom took one right before, which it's funny because I'm like wearing the hairnet and like
Yes.
like in the gown and stuff, and she took
Yeah.
a picture of my nose, and then like after they took the tubes out and stuff, and it's like completely different. Straighter. They made my nostrils bigger.
Ooh. To help your breathing or what?
Yeah, I breathe like insane now.
Your lungs had to grow to take in
That's
the extra
what he was
air.
saying the other
Which is
day.
how
that
I
they
feel.
told
It's
him
just
his
like-
lungs are huge.
Yeah, they don't know why. They
You
say
have
my
big lungs?
In my heart. They don't
You have
know.
big heart,
Apparently,
big lungs. You do have a big heart though,
but no, like I
like
physically do.
legitimately.
Aww.
Oh, you like that?
I physically do. They say
You can
it's
tell you
fine.
have a big heart.
They say it's fine.
And I mean, physically, you're a big guy. Like, how tall are you?
6'4".
Yeah, like you're a big guy. You should have a big. You got blood to pump through.
Yeah, that's what they think. They think
Yeah.
because my arms and legs are so long that they like needs a pump
Yeah,
faster.
I would think that would.
Sarah
like,
has
you're
a
strong.
huge heart and lungs.
I sigh a lot.
Oh.
I can't believe I did that. It has haunted me every day. Like you would think, and this is like I don't know if this is my OCD, but like obsessive over it. Like I got in my car and I was like, "You need to see a doctor. Like you need therapy, Sarah. Like why are you this way? Just go in there and leave." I mean, I made friends. Like I don't know. You are. I don't know. And I'll always be this way. And there's times where Travis is like, do you even know? I don't even realize I'm doing it until it's past and I'm leaving. And I'm like, and they're like, see you later, criminal. And I'm like, goodbye. Hope to never come back. And then I like bop out. I'm like, there's something so wrong. No wonder people ask questions about me.
Stop.
Hey, have you guys seen that Sarah Jeffrey? Like, what's wrong with her? She doesn't know either. But yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the Dysport.
Yeah, I can't either.
When did you get it last?
Month and a half ago.
Yeah, so you're
It's
in like
time.
peak. You're in peak.
It's time for me to go get this baby done. I haven't gotten this done so long though.
Do you ever worry? So when I smile, my nostrils flare. So that's why we tried that.
Yeah.
So now I can't. I used to be able to like move my nostrils, but now
Yeah.
I can't. But I think everyone should try Dysport.
No thanks.
You try it, you would never be able to stop. Men, women, everyone.
I love this.
Like it just breathes. Because I will let myself age, but I'm gonna age on my terms.
Right. Like I don't have to have saggy skin by the time I'm 60.
Yeah, and like,
or
when do you
70
think
or
is the time to stop?
75 or-
I keep extending it out. So like, I was like, when I was 50, but 50 is not old anymore.
No, it's not.
50 is not old.
65 isn't even old either.
60s aren't old. 70s don't even feel old anymore. So I
70s are like the new 55s.
I agree.
Because a lot of the people now that are 75 do not look.
no.
They don't act 75.
I
either.
think old now is like 90.
Right?
I think so. I'll stop when I'm around 90. I think.
It's like when you're about to die.
Yeah,
Honestly, you should be buried in all your Dysport bottles.
I
that
know.
you
I
use.
should have kept. I should be able to keep all my little vials.
Yeah.
Atlanta
them in,
has
you
that
know.
in her office, and it's like these big bowl of vials. It's
Yeah.
so cool. It's like, look,
Wait,
we're
is
all
that-
doing it.
So
We're all
that's
doing it.
all the vials she uses? That's what that is?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was just decoration. That's all the vials
Those
she
are the
does?
vials. Yeah, she's keeping them.
Oh, some people in Grand Forks are not being honest.
Yep. they should
Everyone
be.
is getting
I am
it.
so shameless. Like, I freaking love getting the injections.
it's an experience too. I feel like she does such a good job and she's so clean. And
She's
it's
so smart
fast.
too.
Yes.
She'll be like, I am shooting up your, and then there's this weird name for the muscle, and I'm like, just shoot it, girl. You don't need to convince me.
Besides my surgeries, I've always said to myself, I will never do anything to like improve like my like looks or like physicalness as like drugs and stuff. Like in sports, it was like, oh, I think like you're gonna take steroids. I'm like,
Right.
no.
Yeah, steroids are scary though. They make you angry.
Yeah, I have heard bad things about that.
But you know, if there's a way to do it where you don't, then you can.
Nah.
If there's a way to do it
All
where it doesn't
natural.
become like a problem for you, then I don't care. But like if you need to do that to get strong and reach your goals, but like as long
You
as you don't
don't,
like get
though.
angry.
It's just people are just tired of waiting, so
No,
they just
I don't
they
believe
take
that,
the cop
Jacob.
out.
Sometimes
think
genetically
people are
people
just-
are
shortcut.
cursed.
It's a
I don't
shortcut.
believe that. I believe if
No
you're
one's genetically cursed. You can always work.
there's a lot of genetics.
Do you see this forehead? That's a genetic curse.
You can know. You can.
I take all my pictures at angles
You know,
to
God
help.
doesn't make mistakes, Sarah.
You're right.
Amen, Jacob.
That was beautiful, Jacob.
That was
but
a good timing.
but
gonna keep
also
going.
God made things to help. God gave me Atlanta
And
to
a
inject
sport.
my face. Yeah.
I just feel like you just gotta be
I'm gonna
just
have to
who you
preach.
are and be confident.
You can be, and mad luck
And
with that.
that's good for
I
you.
think
I mean,
we
I
should
not be.
understand. Not everyone is genetically as blessed as I am.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'm
That's
confident
it.
who I am.
And he's super
We're gonna
smart.
cut.
Remember, he's a genius.
Well, not really. I'm averaged out, remember?
Oh yeah, yes, but still.
Because you found
genetically.
out. Yeah.
You know, and that too, like, that brings me on another deep topic is like, when people think like, and this is all through experience, so I try to say it without saying, you know, that everyone needs to do well in certain things. It's like they don't. So, you know, bless my daughter's heart, Tegan, right? She didn't get moved up in skate. I'm not going to be the mom that's like mad at everyone else that she didn't, whether it was because of her skill or not, or it was a clicky thing or not. It's the matter of fact. And
Yeah.
no one needs to be angry at anyone.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Either, you know, and I like, so when I coach basketball too, we unfortunately, I mean, we have to cut kids. There's so many.
Right.
And second season, you can only bring 10. So if you have 25 sixth grade players and you can
You're
only
cutting
bring,
in sixth grade.
it's a
mean,
new time. It's
and
literally
it's
a new
bigger,
time.
It's
Small towns. I was like, oh, we have 10
Right,
kids
we
who
have
want to play
enough kids.
basketball.
Yeah, we got a team.
Awesome.
We got a team.
We have subs. We
Right.
have substitutes. That's awesome.
We had
No,
25.
same.
And when I was in school, yeah, we never cut kids, but we also didn't play competitively.
That's
Right.
We
true.
didn't travel and spend hundreds of dollars on
off
hotel
seasons
rooms and like,
yeah.
so I
Or
mean,
you did
I would
travel
have a
ball.
hard time paying for a hotel room if I wasn't playing to win.
Yeah.
You know, traveling to the cities and gas and time and
Oofta.
money. And I don't think it's fair, but it is what it is, you know? So like
Well, it helps kids to. I mean, you've got to.
in my perfect
yeah.
world, it would be as simple as it was when we were kids, where you'd go on Saturday, the varsity team would have you go around cones, you'd play at halftime. Remember, it was simple.
Oh yeah, I do.
But now,
remember
if
that.
you do that if you don't do the extra steps with your kids, unfortunately, they don't get the same opportunities because there are parents who are going hard. You know,
Yep.
there are parents who are putting them in camps, taking them to gyms and all these
I mean,
things.
like, I did that, but I also, like, I never did travel ball. We would do, like, the summer tournaments or, like, our town's team, like, our eighth
Right.
grade boys would go to the Grand Am.
We did the Grand Am's crazy now, though.
But, dude, it's, like, I remember we got there, like, we're Rosa. We're playing in our practice jerseys, the reversible, like,
Right.
old school ones, right? Everyone's got a different pair of shorts,
Right.
no uniform, just your practice, whatever, right? And, like, we showed up, and the team was called Dad's Root Beer. It was, like, sponsored. And we're like,
That's right.
we're like,
I can tell already.
We're
They were
like-
taller.
oh, yeah,
stronger.
they're huge.
Yeah,
We're
they
like-
were dunking in fourth
Corn-fed.
grade. Yeah.
We're like, this is like seventh grade basketball. Like, what is going on? Like, you got sponsors? Like, you're not just like Westview,
Yeah,
like
right.
Westview Middle School. Like,
Right.
we're just
Yeah.
Rosa High School.
Right.
Like,
We just played for
Yikes.
fun and to learn. Yeah.
like we were good, but like, it always like we'd get to like the like winners bracket, and we'd always get like fifth because the top 5 teams were like Under Armour's
Right.
All American, and I'm
Yes.
like, what? Why are you?
But you know, it's like, but it is the way of the world now.
It's too
It is.
intense.
It is what it
It
is,
is.
though, and it's either you
Young
embrace
kids.
it. It's young.
Like 4th, 3rd grade.
They were cutting in third grade.
third grade. You can't even like walk properly.
But so literally what I say is like, okay, really it's a matter of who can dribble the ball at this point. You know, it's not a matter of skill. So you would have a first season where everyone could play, and then second season you would have to cut. And it wasn't a matter of like kids were drastically better than others. It was they could dribble a ball.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. I still think it's crazy.
Dude,
but
parents
it is
yelling at games
and
with
the
it's like
refs.
fourth graders.
Yes.
I'm like, okay,
That's
this
just
is fourth
sad.
grade.
Like, grow up.
This is fourth grade basketball. You're taking it this seriously.
I've
Like,
had to tell coaches, like there was this one coach that was just screaming at the refs. I said, "Sir, you are ruining this experience for all the kids playing. Like everyone is uncomfortable. The kids are nervous. Like
it's
they can't even."
too intense.
I was like, "You need to sit
Basketball
down."
should be fun.
Yeah.
I coached seventh grade boys basketball, and they're like, well, do you want to coach the A or the B team? I'm like, no, give me the B team, because it's just about like, I don't think basketball should get serious until you're like ninth grade.
I
I
agree.
played a lot of traveling ball.
You always play to
A lot.
win.
Right.
You always play
Play your
competitive.
best.
Play to win. Play your best. Learn. Get better.
Yeah.
But it's more about having fun, learning, loving the sport first.
Yeah.
I
before
agree.
you
There's
get
a
to
balance that is missing.
Yeah.
But in reality, though, if you're not a parent who's going to invest like the
Yep.
and that's like we're a hockey town, right?
Oh my
It's
gosh.
crazy.
It's actually insane.
Hockey's the worst.
I'm not a
It's
big
the worst
hockey
sport
fan.
for like culture.
But people are literally investing all of their life savings into their
Kid.
young kid. And that's amazing. Like, it's amazing that you want your kid, is the goal for the kid or for you. But if it is for the kid, it is amazing you're willing to do that. But there are, unfortunately, kids whose parents
Are forcing them to do it.
are forcing them to do it, but also parents who aren't willing to pay thousands and thousands of dollars
they can't.
and invest their entire lives. I mean, summer,
Credit cards.
everything, you know. And so those kids, unless they are somehow genetically
Gifted.
gifted, they can't catch up.
Hard work
Right.
beats talent every day.
Yeah.
That's very true.
So that's where
Hockey's such a.
I'm
I
just
hate hockey
I'm just a
culture.
mom that's like, you know, it is what it is.
That
I'm not.
and
You didn't make
baseball.
it. You didn't make, and it sucks. But now we have an opportunity to try other things.
Yep.
Okay, so you're not moving at a pace you're happy about. Then
Yep.
let's look at other options, and maybe you'll be able to find a passion in something that
That you really, really like. And
that you move
didn't know
forward
of.
in or whatever. Right. So I don't know how we got on that topic, but I just
We're all over the place
Yeah.
today, honestly.
honestly. I just feel like
We're just being real.
Yeah, we're just
Okay?
being real, and I don't feel like
Well,
I just wanted to so my initial what I like is that we can have like a tough topic like step parenting, right?
Yep.
And then we can have fun because we don't want it all like stressful. But so we'll sum up the podcast in that step parenting has 3 levels. It's all black and white. Base your level on the facts, not your opinions of what you
Yep.
think a parent should be doing. The facts are, does the parent show up for their parenting time consistently? Does the parent care for the child when they have them fed, housed, clothed, get them to school where they need to be? Yes. Then you get to be a cool auntie or a cool uncle. If those parents aren't doing those things, then you need to be the parent that stepped up. And then if the parent is doing those things and you're overstepping, then just relax. Enjoy the
Preach.
ride. Enjoy the company of life.
Cool Auntie Club.
Cool aunties. I'm a cool auntie, and I'm a mom,
I love it so much.
and I'm an auntie. I'm a legitimate auntie.
Do you have a question that you want to ask people?
I just want them to give us topics.
Topics.
Someone did mention we should talk about screen time at some point.
Oof.
tune in next time.
Because you don't want to see that.
I have a whole thing on that. My job is screens, so
But that is bad.
yeah.
That
Screen
would call
time?
me out.
Are
My
you-
screen time?
Or do you have a lot of screen time?
Should we look quick?
No, we gotta save it for the next pod.
Oh, yeah, we'll
guys.
save it for the next.
You can't
So,
just use all
yeah,
your material
okay,
in one pod.
Next podcast, we can talk about
actually
parenting,
curious.
or I guess we already do that, but maybe like, you know, things that maybe we do as parents that some people would find not something
Odd.
or like that they would approve of. Not that it matters.
Hot
Even though I'm not a
Matters.
parent, but I can sit here and say I used to be a nanny.
Oh,
And,
yes.
and I am a cool auntie. So
Yeah.
will I agree or disagree? And will I know what the parents
You know what we
said?
should do? We should each bring 4 things that we do abnormally as parents. You know, like my kids, I'll cuss at my kids. They cuss. I told my son
Sarah.
we cuss.
We
Do you know what they say? They say swearing is a sign of intelligence.
I
You
think
haven't
it's
heard
the other way around.
No, Jacob.
Sarah.
But you know what? My kids don't cuss.
Oh,
You know
they
why?
don't? Because they can.
You know why?
Because
It's
it's
not a
give them
big
the-
deal.
It's not a
Right.
big deal.
That's why I
Right.
never.
Oh,
That's why I never drank. Me and my friends never drank because our parents were like, "Do you want to?"
Right. If you
They
make
don't,
it
like-
a part
right.
of
And
your
you're like,
life,
"It's not cool. It's not
not cool.
rebellious." You're
Yep.
like,
Right.
whatever. You know what? I honestly, I want Mountain Dew. Can I
Right.
get a case of
it,
Mountain
it
Dew?
honestly tastes better. Yeah,
Like,
it
give
tastes
me
better.
some whatever pop I
But,
want.
yeah, I literally have never had, even like my little toddler, like he hears me. I mean, I drop like an F-bomb. Yeah. We're very like, we'll talk about that next
You're
Friday.
open.
Oh, they're
It's
my,
just an
like
open
I
book.
said last time, they're my best friends
Yep.
with obviously boundaries, but
Well, they know they can't say it.
well, I've told Liam, like, you can be like, damn, that really hurt. You know, I was like, you could say stuff like that, but if I find out you're on the playground dropping an F-bomb around, I'll put soap in your mouth. Just kidding. But, like, that's not cool, you know? So we have lessons. And
I think soap in the mouth. I did that
that
as
is-
a kid. It's
my
not
mom
terrible.
put squirty soap because there was no bars once.
guys,
Because
you would lose custody of your children if you did that now.
Nowadays,
I
probably.
love my mother. I really, truly do. She is actually the best human being.
My mom never
Yeah.
did it. My daycare lady did.
Oh, God, if a daycare did it, I can't whistle.
I wasn't there long.
Go
I was
ahead
gonna
and
whistle.
drop their business name.
Yeah.
I don't think they're in business
Leave a
anymore.
Google review. Yeah.
There was some random lady in the woods. Like,
Oh my God. It was your mom just needed a quick little drop off, and then she just had to run an errand quick. And in the meantime, you got soapy in your mouth.
just the summertime.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks for tuning in.
Bye, guys. Peace.